In this video, we're going to model the water heater tube for Activity 225 CAD Design Tools in Onshape. We're going to go ahead and start this off by, I've already created a folder for Activity 225. We're going to go ahead and we're going to create a new Onshape document and select to put that into the folder. We'll call this file document name water heater tube and select create. As we move into the Part Studio, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off by creating a sketch on the front work plane. And I'm going to go over and actually right click on the top work plane from the browser and hide all planes. I'm going to press the N key to turn the sketch plane normal to our view. And from here I'm going to go ahead and use the line tool, select the origin, draw this out, click, move away and come back, click and hold down and drag to create an arc on the fly. And then we're going to go ahead and draw this kind of profile. If you need, you can always use the arc tools as well, but I usually utilize the line tool to create that. Some dimensions, we're going to go ahead and select the dimension tool, and I'm going to select this line. This is going to be 2.31. The distance between the two lines is going to be 1.95. And then the length of this line up here is going to be 2.06 minus 0.25. So we're going to leave a little bit, and you'll notice a little function that was added so to make that happen. So we should be fully constrained on our sketch. Let's go ahead and finish that sketch. When we did the arc on the fly, these should be tangent. So actually what I can do is I can escape dimension. If I need to click and drag, or even you can look over, the little tangent icons will show up if we hover over those. If they don't, then you can always apply a tangent constraint between the arc and between each line on top and bottom. Let's go ahead and finish the sketch. Move to the isometric view. And we're going to create a new sketch. And in this one, we're actually going to, since we hid these, we're going to place this onto the right sketch plane. So I'm going to just select it from the browser as far as being able to place that. I'm going to press the N key on the keyboard to turn us normal to that view. We'll go ahead and go up here and grab the center point circle. And on the origin, I'm going to place the center point of the circle. And then we're going to go ahead and make this a 0.37 inch diameter circle that's going to get applied there. Alright, it'll update. So as we see, and it is fully constrained, so I'm going to go ahead and select the green check mark. I'm going to go ahead and place this in the isometric view. Here is our profile. We're going to go ahead and utilize the sweep command. Select it. We're going to go ahead and select first off the profile, which is the circle. And then they want to know what's the sweep path. So then I'll select, when I click in this box, then I can go ahead and say, alright, here's the sweep path. And we actually have to click all three lines to be able to get that to show up. So to get a continuous wraparound, I'm going to go ahead and select the green check mark to put that in. Okay, next thing we're going to do is they want us to utilize some construction geometry. So in some cases they can have us utilize some things such as axes and different construction geometry. For this one, really, as you kind of take a look at some of the different options in terms of like planes or any kind of the different workable features, really the best thing to do in this scenario is going to be just to take a look at what kind of shape that we need to create. So I'm actually going to go ahead and create a new sketch. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select to put this onto the front plane. Turn this normal to the sketch so we can see it from the side. And I'm going to draw a profile off of the edge here. Okay? So notice how though I can't really pick up the edge, it doesn't allow me to snap to it. So I'm actually going to utilize this use, which is called project/convert. So I'm going to select that, and I want to choose the end point line, just like what I had here, the end of this water heater tube. When I do that, then I can go back to the line tool, and now I can grab the end of it, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a profile here that connects, and you're going to see that shading that happens that says that I've got a closed loop profile. I'm going to go ahead and add in some dimensions from here to here. I'm going to go ahead, and this is going to be 0.25. From this line to this line, this in here is going to be a 10-degree taper. And in this scenario, on the size of the, I'm going to go ahead and click on this point, and we kind of know that the size is 0.37. I'm going to put divided by 2. That's the diameter of our circle. And I'm going to go ahead and place that in there. So that way that's going to be what we utilize. I'm going to select the green check mark, place in the isometric view. In this case, to add this, we're going to use the revolve command. First thing it's going to ask for are sketch regions or profiles. I'll select that first. And then it's looking for a revolve axis. So I'll click that, and I'm going to choose the bottom line of that profile as the revolve axis, and you can see it'll spin around. We're adding to the solid, so we're going to go ahead and click the green check mark, and there's our tapered end on our water heater tube. We're then going to follow it up by doing a shell. And on the shell, we're going to go ahead and put the shell thickness as 0.05. And then faces to remove, we're going to go ahead and select the ends of those and go ahead and select the green check mark. So we're able to kind of check some things. If we want to measure, then we can always kind of go over here and check that the diameter of this is 0.27 for this hole, which is matching our drawing. The diameter on the outside is also going to match to be 0.37 here, because we have 2 of them. It's going to show. I go over and just click my circle again. There we go. 0.37 is the diameter, and everything's looking really good. So I'm going to go ahead and close that measure tool, click off of it to stop using it. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and take a look at adding something called external thread. So I'm going to go ahead and select this option. We're going to select down here toward the bottom, toward the cylindrical edge. Notice how it's going to pick that up. We're going to have ANSI 3/8, 16 threads per inch, which is what we're looking for. So 3/8 diameter, 16 threads per inch, UNC. And we're going to have it be blind, a length of 0.5. So it looks like it's all working pretty well there. And we're going to go ahead and just select the green check mark. Now, some of the things that are going to happen is you're not going to actually see those threads cut in on the Onshape model. We would usually utilize something usually called like Thread Creator, and it is a add-in that you can put into Onshape. So, but if I end up choosing Face the Thread, if I select that, you're going to see there's what it kind of does. So the pitch is actually going to be 1 divided by 16, which is probably going to fix. There we go. So that's what our pitch is going to take a look like to kind of fix some of those things. Okay, fully threaded ANSI standard. Click the green check mark. There's our thread showing up there. Again, you can always look at adding in custom features, and the Thread Creator is how you can kind of create that. So look for that, add that in, and then you can create your threads on your water heater tube. Feel free to change the appearance or the material as you need, but this video concludes how to create the water heater tube in Onshape.